I'm not Mormon for the same reason Mormons aren't Muslim.
I doubt it.
I reject similar arguments that claim Joseph Smith could not have dictated the Book of Mormon to a scribe over a 70-day period.
Thanks for teeing this up, Trent. While the coming forth of the Book of Mormon isn't hard proof that the origins of the book are what Joseph claimed they were, it is an incredible story, and it's worth knowing. At just 23 years of age, with the equivalent of a third-grade education, Joseph Smith claimed to translate the Book of Mormon. His contemporaries described him as unlearned. His wife Emma said that he could neither write nor dictate a coherent or well-worded letter, let alone a book like the Book of Mormon. There is zero evidence that he had any experience in creative writing, theology, or ancient history. All of the historical evidence points to him having no library, no notes, no manuscripts. Witnesses consistently testified that he worked with only the plates or his interpreters. The original manuscript shows virtually no crossouts, edits, or revisions. Unusual for a complex work and remarkably unique from an unlearned farm boy. The Book of Mormon is 531 pages. It was translated in less than 75 working days between April and June of 1829. Witnesses and scribes testified that even after interruption, Joseph would never ask where they were. He would simply pick up exactly where they left off. The book contains dozens of distinct voices and writing styles, each consistent throughout their portions of the narrative. Despite jumping between time periods, civilizations, dates, genealogies, and historical details remain internally consistent. The Book of Mormon contains hundreds of biblical concepts and phrases, yet consistently from a pre-Christian perspective when narrated before Christ's visit to the Americas. The Book of Mormon also contains complex Hebrew literary forms unknown in Joseph Smith's day, including intricate chiastic structures spanning entire chapters. The Book of Mormon also contains hundreds of authentic ancient Near Eastern names that weren't known to scholars until decades after Joseph Smith's life. Joseph worked with multiple scribes to bring about the Book of Mormon. Each testified of the miraculous nature of the translation process. 11 men testified they saw and handled the actual metal plates, with 3 claiming to see an angel and hear God's voice testifying of his truthfulness. At least 7 other unofficial witnesses had experiences with the plates, some involving angelic visitation. Despite motivations to recant, all witnesses retained their testimonies throughout their lives, even when some became estranged from Joseph or the church. Remember that the Book of Mormon was translated at a time when public libraries and research materials would not be readily accessible in rural New York. On top of all of this, the translation occurred during an intense period of persecution and financial hardship, hardly conducive to producing a masterpiece of literature. This being a remarkable story doesn't necessarily mean that the Book of Mormon has to be true, but it ought to pique your curiosity. If you read the Book of Mormon with the intent to deepen your relationship in Jesus Christ, it will change your life.